Welcome to the Meshcast verification desk. Today we're auditing the no-code MBA episode where founder Qwen pitches Dyad, his local first vibe coding tool. A sponsored segment making very specific claims, price cuts, benchmark frontiers, hosting math, and security advice. So we pulled the primary sources, CursorBench 3.2, DeepSeek, the Artificial Analysis Index, OpenAI's July pricing announcement, Supabase and Neon's official rate cards, and the SpaceXAI cursor deal coverage. Final tally, 14 checkable claims, 10 verified, 4 partially verified, 0 busted. Here's the proof. Claim 1, matching model and effort to task complexity can cut vibe coding costs 10 times. Verified. On CursorBench 3.2, Fable 5 Max runs about $17.32 per task. GPT-5.6 Luna completes tasks at roughly 32 cents. That's a 54 times spread on the same benchmark. Thinking harder really does cost more. Fable's own effort ladder spans $4.50 to $17.30. The 10 times claim isn't hype. It's arithmetic. Claim 2. Grok 4.5 sits on the Pareto frontier of CursorBench, and Cursor is being acquired by Elon's XAI. Verified, and actually understated. The $60 billion SpaceXAI Cursor acquisition, announced in June, closed on August 14, 13 days before this video aired. Grok 4.5, released July 8, is the first model the two companies co-developed. On CursorBench it scores 67% at $1.51 per task. One honest caveat, disclosed by Cursor itself, Grok benefits from Cursor's own training data. Claim 3, Fable costs $17 a task, or as little as $4.50, and thinking harder triples the price for about 10% quality. Verified against the published CursorBench 3.2 ladder. Fable 5 low runs $4.46 at 62%. Fable 5 Max runs $17.32 at 70.5. That's a 3.9 times multiple for 8.5 points. The founder rounded the numbers, but the shape of the curve is exactly right. Claim 4, GPT 5.6 Luna got a 5 times price cut, costs about 8 cents a task, and delivers 50% of Fable level performance. Partially verified. The cut is real. On July 30, OpenAI slashed Luna from $1 to 20 cents input, $6 to $1.20 output. An 80% cut is exactly 5 times cheaper. The per task figure depends on the harness. OpenAI's own chart shows about 5.5 cents, CursorBench shows 32 to 47. 50% of Fable's intelligence index, though, checks out. Claim 5, open weight models are within touching distance of the frontier. Verified. Kimi K3, Moonshot's 2.8 trillion parameter open weight model, scores within 3 points of Claude Fable 5 on the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. Qwen 3.8 Max, Alibaba's 2.4 trillion model, sits right behind as the second strongest open model. And DeepSeek V4 Flash, at 14 cents in and 28 out, was nearly 100 times cheaper than Opus 5 on output. One catch, DeepSeek's flat rate ended August 16. Those numbers were already stale on air. Claim 6, cheaper per token isn't cheaper per task, because some open models burn more tokens and more steps. Verified in the data. On CursorBench 3.2, Kimi's coding model averaged 58 steps per task against GPT 5.5's 25. Moonshot prices K3 output at $15 per million tokens. A cheap sticker price with a fat token footprint doesn't always win the bill. Cost per task, not cost per token. The founder's mental model is the right one. Claim 7, Supabase charges $10 a month per project off the free tier, while Neon's serverless architecture gives you dozens of projects free. Partially verified. The $10 is real, but it's the per project add-on on top of a $25 organization base. The free tier allows 2 active projects, not 2 or 3, and they pause after a week, not a few days. Neon's free tier actually allows 100 projects, so 50-something undersold it. The advice, serverless for many small projects, serverful for 10 millisecond queries, checks out. Claim 8, use a frontier model for security reviews, because Fable tends to refuse security questions. Verified, and it's the best documented claim in the whole episode. Anthropic shipped Fable 5 in June with a safeguard classifier that overflags cybersecurity queries, blocking even innocuous ones. Covered by TechCrunch, Business Insider, and The Register, with documented fallbacks to Opus. So running your security review on Sol or Opus 5 is sound engineering advice, not marketing. The 20 minutes versus 20 hours claim? That's opinion. Treat it as such. Bottom line, 14 claims, 10 verified, 4 partially verified, 0 busted. A strong episode, and proof that a sponsored segment can survive primary source scrutiny. The deepest lesson. In this market, prices change faster than videos render. Always recheck the rate card before you publish. Now the quiz. Which episode claim was already stale on air date? Was it A, Supabase $10 per project fee? B, DeepSeek V4 Flash's flat 14-cent rate? C, Fable's $17 max per task cost? Or D, GPT 5.6 Luna's 5 times price cut? Pause the video, pick a letter, and check the description for the answer and the full audit trail.